got a fight coming up July 19th between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios, y'all. So Mario Barrios will be defending his WBC 147-pound title against Manny, the Pac-Man, the legend Pacquiao, man. Wow. Interesting. And ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the reasons why you haven't seen your boy really make a lot of videos lately. Boxing is changing, yo. It's changing. It's becoming almost a spectacle. It's not the way it's not the boxing that we used to seeing, man. You got exhibition fights all over the place. You got dudes that ain't never that never boxed in their life. Now they in boxing, and they're getting big money fights to fight and beat up on legends. And you got dudes that's supposed to be fighting dudes in their division, but they're fighting legends instead of worrying about being undisputed in their own weight class. You got other dudes that ain't really done shit yet, want to jump up weight classes to fight other dudes, but instead of handling their smoke in their division. It's boxing is all over the place, bro. But it is what it is. That's the fight we get in July 19th. So let's get into my prediction for this fight, man. So we got Mario Barrios. Let's do it. Let's do a tail of the tape. So we got Mario Barrios. He is at 29 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 18 wins by knockout, 1 loss at the hands of Gervonta Tank Davis by knockout. So Mario Barrios only been knocked out once. He is 30 years old, 6 feet tall with a 71-inch arm reach, and has a 62% knockout ratio. So Mario Barrios is rocking. He's rocking with some decent power. Good, decent power. All right. Got some height on him. Good arm reach. So how does he stack up against my man, Manny Pacquiao? Okay, so we are going to get into Manny Pacquiao. So Manny Pacquiao, the Pac-Man, he's at 62 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by knockout, 3 losses by knockout, with a 62% knockout ratio. So he's on par with the power, so to speak, when it comes to, when you compare his punch, his fights compared to the amount of fights that he's fought compared to the knockouts, then they would be even keel on the knockout, on the power. But I would still give Pacquiao the power edge over Barrios, because old cats got that raw power. That's the last to go, is that power. All right, so Pacquiao is 46 years old, 5'5.5", 67-inch arm reach. All right, and we know Pacquiao as an in-and-out fighter, do little jerky movements, great body work, good footwork, good punching power, strong, good chin. Yeah, he still got a chin, even though he got knocked out 3 times, and those knockouts one came at the hand of Manuel Marquez. That was way back in 2012, man. Then he got knocked out in 1999, 3rd round by Boonsai Sangsarat. Then he got knocked out in 96 by Rustico Taracampo in the 3rd round. So when you think about it, man, you can't say this man ain't got no chin, man. Out of all these fights, and look at how far apart his knockouts came. He got knocked out in 96 for the first time. Do you know how long ago that was? 96? That was a long time ago, man. It's over 20 plus years ago. And then his next one came in 99, 3 years later. And in between that, from 96, right, from his first knockout to his second time he been knocked out was in 99. Them 3 years, every fight except for 2 fights All the rest of them been with knockouts and technical knockouts, man. So Pacquiao is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Definitely a solid fighter, man. Legendary status fighter. So how does this fight look, man? Well, you got to consider some things, man. Pacquiao's older, man. You know, age does matter. All right, age does matter, man. So you know, Pacquiao might be his last fight that I saw him in with guys, right? He fought last in 2021, man. That's how many years ago? 4 years ago, and he did not look good in there against guys, man. He was what? He's 46 now. He was what, 42 in that fight? He was a little older on the old side then. He's even older now. So that's something that we got to consider, man. His power is always going to be there, bro. His power is going to be there. When he beat Keith Thurman in 2019 and knocked his ass down, that should tell you right there his power was still there. And even when you get older, like George Foreman, he was knocking dudes out in his late 40s, you know? So I'm telling you, that power is real, man. That power is real. That's something to keep in mind. All right? Definitely something to keep in mind. So his last fight was 2021. He looked bad against guys, okay? So Barrios, his last fight was last year against Abel Ramos. All right? And Abel Ramos put up a good one. He was down. He got knocked down in the second round. Barrios got knocked down in the sixth round. All right, but he's been more fresher than Pacquiao. Okay, so that is something to consider. All right. Now we know the nature of Barrios. He's a Azteca. He's a warrior, right? And Pacquiao is also a warrior. Yordenis Ugas is more of a boxer. Okay, Barrios is not as much of a boxer as Yordenis Ugas. So there's a chance in this fight that we might see a war break out, because you know Pacquiao's he'll fight you. He can, and I think Pacquiao might have his moments in this fight too, where he give Barrios some problems with his experience, the in and out movements. Even though he's slower now, he still got good legs. Pacquiao always had really good solid legs, so he still might cause some problems if he decides to move around a little bit, do some jerky movements. You know, Barrios might have to find him a little bit at some times, but for the most part in this fight, I don't think he's going to have to find Pacquiao, man. And I think he's going to do better against Barrios than he is against Ugas. I really think so. We could possibly be looking at another belt taken away at welterweight, bro. That's something to consider, man. Now, I'm going to tell you how it is. If Pacquiao come back and beats Barrios and takes his belt, yo, that's going to be big. All the other welterweight champions is going to be licking their chops, bro. Boots, Brian Norman Jr. is both going to be licking their chops at a potential Pacquiao. That's a big bag. That's a big bag for them, yo. So ultimately, do I see this fight going in favor of Manny Pacquiao? Boy, this is a hard fight to really, because I know Pacquiao's pedigree, man. This is a hard fight to predict. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm gonna say something, and I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna agree with me, man. And I know right now the underdog in this fight is Manny Pacquiao, because he's, like I said, he's older. I think he's the underdog. I don't know the odds yet, but I'm more leaning towards Pacquiao being the underdog, because he's not the champion. He hasn't fought in 3 years, so I'm thinking Barrios is the favorite in this fight. But then Pacquiao, with he's a name. Yo, bro, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I'm going with Manny Pacquiao in this fight, yo. I'm going with Pacquiao, y'all. I'm going with Pacquiao for unanimous decision, man. I know it's not a popular decision. I know you're like, yo, you crazy, Rebel, man. Look how old Pacquiao. Bro, I'm telling you now, I'm going with Pacquiao for split decision. I mean, a unanimous decision, possibly even a stoppage. I'm going to still bet on a stoppage for Pacquiao. I say if he does stop Mario Barrios, man, it's going to be late. Late, you know what I'm saying? Because Pacquiao still got a good tank. He should still have a good gas tank. Could it go the other way? Could Pacquiao get stopped by Barrios? That's a possibility too. I don't see it though. I'm banking on Pacquiao experience, bro. I'm picking Pacquiao for the win, bro. For unanimous decision, possibly a stoppage, and if he does get a stoppage, maybe round 7 or 8. So my final prediction for this fight: Manny Pacquiao, the new WBC 147-pound champion, all over again. He gonna do the same thing he did to fucking Keith Thurman. It's gonna be just like that. You're gonna see. And think about this. I know triangle theories don't work, but I'm gonna tell you this. You saw what Keith Thurman did to Mario Barrios. Keith Thurman is a much better fighter than Barrios, y'all. Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was even younger, more fresher back then at 19. He still beat him. I'm going with Pacquiao, y'all. I just don't think Barrios is that good of a fighter. He's okay. He's not on Pacquiao's level. Even a 46-year-old Pacquiao, he's not on his level at all. Just my prediction, man. What y'all think? Drop the comments. Let me know how you feel about this fight. This is Rebel Life Boxing. Catch y'all on the next one. And I'm off this.